I am very excited to be here to announce Samsung's new blockchain solution, Samsung Blockchain Platform SDK. Thank you. My name is Youna, and why am I here? I was a framework engineer for 10 years, and I transitioned to Samsung Pay team in 2016 for 2 years. It helped to develop my skills and interest in financial technology, which led to Samsung Blockchain. And since 2018 January, I've been working to develop a blockchain software solution. So now I am here to talk about Samsung Blockchain Platform SDK. Before we begin, I know some of you guys already know about this, but for those who don't, let me share with you some terminology and background related to blockchain. In this session, I will use a word, DApp, many times. D means decentralized. So, what is a DApp? DApp is a decentralized application. It has backend code running on blockchain or a decentralized peer-to-peer network. Actually, every application can be a DApp. Here are examples. What about Ethereum payable game? Yes, it is a DApp. There are many solutions to solve a problem of limited storage. And if one of solutions utilize blockchain, we can call it DApp. Of course, cryptocurrency payment solution like Samsung Blockchain Wallet is a good example of DApp. Here is one simple example. Imagine that you have your online shopping app and you have a plan to integrate Ethereum payment solution. Once you integrate it, now you have your DApp. What are the challenges to build your DApp? There are many reasons to be interested in using blockchain solution for your app. Then you would start to search ways to turn your app into DApp. And soon you would face a lot of difficult technologies, theories, and algorithms. So finally, you would become a sad Pepe. Even though you studied and understood about the blockchain technology, but it is not the end. Here are some real questions you may ask. How to connect my app to the Ethereum network? How to keep my secret keys safely? How to retrieve data from the smart contract? Unfortunately, answers are scattered everywhere. And the most important thing, especially for mobile developers, it is hard to find Java library. Blockchain field may seem like a big lion. But actually, the market for blockchain is infancy right now. It is relatively small for now. There are many possibilities to build your DApp leveraging blockchain solutions, but not many real cases now. One of the reasons is because it is too difficult to utilize blockchain solutions. So I am here to announce Samsung's new blockchain solution built to address these challenges, Samsung Blockchain Platform SDK. First, difficult to learn. We solved it by simplified interfaces. Blockchain Platform SDK offers many APIs, and it is familiar with Android developers. Second, scattered sources. We solved it by one-stop solution. We will talk more about it. And last, limited use cases. We will solve it by ecosystem expansion to increase the number of blockchain users and the market for blockchain. Let's begin. How to get started to build your DApp? First, you need your Android application. Please note that Samsung Blockchain Platform SDK is designed for Android native apps for now. Then, download the SDK from developer's site, Samsung developer's site. It is open to the public from today, so you can download it anytime. And integrate with it to make your installable DApp. Now, your DApp has Samsung Blockchain Platform SDK inside of it. Let's look deeper. Here is your DApp, and Samsung Blockchain Platform SDK existed inside of it. In the SDK, there are 5 components: account manager, hardware wallet manager, transaction manager, simple payment UI, and Cucumber. Cucumber is a component name, which is a kind of DApp browser. And developers can utilize every functions through blockchain application interface. Each component have its own network module, so it can communicate with blockchain network, like Ethereum. Bottom of this architecture, there is a hardware wallet manager. It can make your DApp to link with Samsung Blockchain Key Store or Ledger's devices like Nano X and Nano S. Features. What does the DApp development toolkit require? Let's think about it. First, you need a secure key management function. Please remember this word, a master seed. It is really important value to be kept securely. And also, you need an account manager. Account or address is a primitive unit to utilize blockchain services. Here are essential functions: creating, restoring, and retrieving. To adopt cryptocurrency payment solution, you will need these functions as well: retrieve balance and remittance. With UI, even better. Most of the apps are running on web environment. So some of you guys may need an easy integration solution to import your web-based DApp into mobile. Each component matches with each requirement. In the previous slide, we saw 5 components. Account manager represents abstracted HD wallet. Hardware wallet manager represents easy connect function. And remittance, simple payment UI, and the app browser. Account management is the first step to build your DApp. Here are 3 basic functions. Let me show how it works in the real Ethereum system. If only we have 30 minutes, it's not enough time. Do you remember this slide? Actually, there is a picture to describe the essential of algorithm to make account in the blockchain system. This one. It shows BIP32, hierarchical deterministic wallets. We call it simply HD wallet. You can see on the left side, there is only one unique key. It is a master seed. And you can find a lot of almost infinite addresses on the right side of this picture. So basically, every addresses can be derived from one master seed. So that's why we say a master is a really important value and to be kept safely. If you are stolen the master seed, it means you get lost all of your asset, money. So here is the actual steps you need to do. This is a very simple example. Just get single account from hardware wallet. First, you have to know your target HD path, m/44/ blah blah. And then you need to connect to a hardware wallet because the master seed is important. Then you will get extended public key. And there is one more step. Each blockchain network has its own algorithm to extract the account. For example, Ethereum utilizes first 20 bytes from the public key. If you don't understand these things, but don't worry, because I am here to talk about Samsung Blockchain Platform SDK. Skip this hassle by using the SDK. Let me show an example code. If you want to generate new account, just call one simple API, generate account. If you want to restore every valid account, then just call restore account. Getting the account is even easier. This image is captured from Android Studio. You can see every valid account in the form of array list. It is really familiar with Android developers. If you want to know more information related to blockchain, then you can find it from the account instance. For example, you can see the token address, HD path, and wallet ID, and so on. How to use it is just up to you. In the previous slide, we've talked about a master seed. So we can understand why do people need some solution to solve this concern. How do I keep my secret key safely? Instead of using hot wallet, you have several options. You can use a paper wallet, you can save the keys into USB, and so on. But most people would say hardware wallet is the best way. Obviously, we have Samsung Blockchain Key Store. It has a unique advantage, especially for mobility. You can link with Samsung Blockchain Key Store in the easiest way ever by using Samsung Blockchain Platform SDK. If you want more information, tomorrow there is a Key Store session in the same room from 3:30. Please attend it and don't miss it. Samsung Blockchain Key Store is available on newer Galaxy flagship devices. And Samsung Blockchain Platform SDK also supports another cold wallet, Ledger. More commonly used are cold wallets, which are compatible with every device. So if you use both solutions, then you will cover the entire range of Samsung Galaxy portfolio. Here is a sample code. Samsung Blockchain Platform SDK offers only one API, Connect. By calling Connect, you can link your DApp with hardware wallet easily. Before the end of this session, Nicolas, the CTO of Ledger, will briefly talk about the significance of the collaboration between Samsung and Ledger. Samsung Blockchain Platform SDK focuses on cryptocurrency payment. Currently, it supports Ethereum. The most popular asset types in Ethereum is either ERC20 tokens and ERC721 asset. ERC721 is also known as non-fungible token, NFT. Samsung Blockchain Platform SDK offers abstracted APIs to utilize all these types of transactions. Plus, you can gather data from smart contract easily. Of course, it supports sending raw transactions to Ethereum network. Not only APIs, but also simple UI is offered by Samsung Blockchain Platform SDK. You can make a payment within your DApp by one simple API call. The information you need is already filled. In this picture, you can find your Ethereum account, and it shows Ether balance as well. Also, there is a fee information. All these values are parsed by Blockchain Platform SDK, so DApp developers don't need to parse it by themselves. In the bottom of the UI, you can find Next button. When you click it, your DApp is automatically linked with a hardware wallet for secure signing. And the result will be returned to your DApp. So you can proceed next step. The payment UI specialized for cryptocurrency has 3 different layouts. For example, the left one, Ether, you can find Ethereum balance. And about ERC20, you can find a token name, FAU. And about ERC721, you can find token ID. It has different types. The last feature, Cucumber. Cucumber is a component name, and it is a kind of DApp browser built using Android WebView. By using Cucumber, you can use web-based DApp implementing web3.js without any change on your web code. So Cucumber covers 2 main APIs, sign and send transactions that are needed to sign the transaction with a hardware wallet. Cucumber helps developers. It helps to acknowledge the exact trigger point of the transaction payment so that DApp can show the payment UI on right moment. It has a little bit difficult concept, so we prepare some demo video to show it. CryptoDozer is a game of play DApp company, and you can find in the exhibit booth area. When we met first time as a partner, they had a web DApp. So basically, CryptoDozer runs on web environment. In this video, you will see Samsung Blockchain Wallet and games, the real use cases. So you can see it is running on web browser. It is not Cucumber, it's a normal web browser. Well, this game is really addictive. So they have several tabs on the top side. And this is a Samsung blockchain wallet. So their application is now running on Cucumber. Important thing is, DApp didn't change their code. No. It's just integrated with Samsung blockchain wallet, utilizing Cucumber. And this is an example to show payment UI. When the transaction occurred, Samsung Blockchain Platform SDK pops up this one automatically. You can see information inside of the payment UI, and when you click it, just linked with Samsung Blockchain Key Store. If you link with Ledger's devices, Ledger's confirmation display will be shown. This is an example of utilizing ERC-721 token. The left side is CryptoDozer we've seen, and the item is implemented using ERC-721 specifications. So the same item is running on different games. This is a good example. And here is an example to utilize simple payment UI for ERC-20 tokens. So there is token name. It is made by Platform SDK automatically. So there are several real examples to utilize Samsung Blockchain Platform SDK in several ways. It's up to you. To summarize, Samsung Blockchain Platform SDK is all-in-one solution to build your mobile DApp. Connect to the hardware wallet to keep your secret key safely. An account manager helps you to manage your account easily, creating, restoring, and retrieving. Basic functions are possible. And retrieve balance remittance with cryptocurrency payment UI. If you are interested in using Blockchain Platform SDK, then it will be easier to import your web-based DApp into mobile. To conclude, download and try it. Today, it is open to the public, so you can find more information from Samsung developers' website. The SDK library, and there is also programming guide and sample application as well. The sample application, which includes every functions I've talked today and more, as well as entire code, is also open. Hardware Wallet Manager, the real example, and the every source code you can find. Transaction Manager, Payment UI, and example of Cucumber. Experience 45 main APIs and more than 150 utilities by Samsung Blockchain Platform SDK. What's next? We will add Tron in the near future. We will also make a browser extension for Cucumber for signing transactions to allow web-based DApp purchases using the security and convenience of DApp right on your phone. And there is more to come, and we would love your input. Please come share your ideas with us. You can find more about us here and on the website. There is also a code lab. The title is Create a Shopping App Using Ethereum. You can get hands-on experience. Do you remember the example I've told about very early of this session, the shopping app? So the exactly same scenario, you can build it by yourself, and you will find how it is easy. Also, there is blockchain exhibit booth as well. Visit us and ask any questions. Also, our tech support developers are ready to help you to build your DApp. Before we go on QA, I'd love to introduce Nicolas, the CTO of Ledger. Please welcome Nicolas.
So thank you, Youna, for this great presentation. Thanks to Samsung for giving me the opportunity to speak here. Thanks to you to attend, of course. So I am Nicolas. I'm CTO and co-founder of Ledger. I'm mainly focusing on innovation at Ledger. And I will tell you some things about hardware wallets and why I think that this partnership with Samsung is a great thing for the ecosystem. So, well, to start by the end of what I'm doing, I discovered Bitcoin in mid-2012, and I was fascinated by the simplicity of Bitcoin because I think that for the first time, we had a way to consider digital assets like physical assets. I mean, everybody understands when I am giving some objects to you, but for a digital asset, it was very complex to do that without a middleman before Bitcoin, and so before those blockchain technology. As Youna said, the complex thing is that this is achieved by cryptography, and cryptography is very hard to understand. So you don't really know how to secure a key. And well, so if you don't secure your key, not your key, not your coins, is a famous motto in the cryptography world. And since you have no middleman, you have nobody to complain to if you get your assets stolen. So we need to protect keys. And the good thing is that we already have a very good way to protect keys, which is a French invention called the smart card. So everybody has a smart card. You have one in your phone. You have one in your passport. You don't really know how to use it because it's not made to be very open, let's say. And well, the biggest problem with the smart card today is that it's super secure. It scales very well. We have seen that. But it doesn't hold your secrets. It holds secrets of someone else that you can use. So it holds the secret of your operator. It holds the secrets of your bank. But it would be very great if it could hold your secrets. So I decided to create Ledger based on this conclusion. I had a lot of experience in the smart card world coming from my background, and I thought it was a very good solution to push this forward and to offer this technology to enable self-custody of crypto assets. So I will explain a little bit now what Ledger is doing and why I think that, well, growth is necessary in this ecosystem as well, so that we make custody easy for everybody. And of course, offering more application is a great way to do that. So the base principle of Ledger is that we consider that without trust, your data has no value. The blockchain is very secure by itself, because given the consensus algorithm and given the way it works, it cannot really be hacked. But you can hack the endpoint. So you can hack what you put in the blockchain, and you can hack the way you interact with the blockchain. So if you put garbage into the blockchain will happily process it and give you secure garbage. But usually that's not what you want. So what Ledger is doing is securing those endpoints. For hardware wallets, it's quite easy to understand. When you transact, you want to understand what you are transacting. You want to understand who you are sending your assets to. You want to understand what you are doing. And for example, when interacting with a complex smart contract, it's easier for the user to understand very precisely what is being done rather than just displaying a blob of data that's completely impossible to understand. It can be a little bit more complex in the IoT sector, for example, because then you are going to collect data that goes to sensors, that's going to be put in a blockchain, but you need security on your sensor, and this can be applicable to a lot of other industries. So this is what we are doing at Ledger. We use smart card technology to secure all those data points because that's necessary for blockchain adoption. So what is this partnership bringing here? It brings you smart card security for all your assets on all Samsung handsets from the Galaxy line. So I think that's something extremely important to stress. Now, if you want to develop an application on a Samsung device, you guarantee to your users that you are going to use your assets with the best possible security. So it can be directly embedded if you are using an S10 with a Samsung key store, or on any other handset, you will get a very good security by using a hardware wallet. So it's just a little bit more complex because then you have to connect it, but you can connect it through USB for the Nano S or through BLE for the Nano X for the best experience, in my opinion. So it's, for developers, it really makes things, it lowers a great barrier of adoption, which is the complexity of understanding all those protocols. So the choice of the wallet is extremely flexible. You don't even have to think about it. You can just focus on your application, and the Samsung blockchain platform SDK will take care of the rest. The secure UI will make sure when using a hardware wallet so that you are presenting the best possible information for your user. And again, that's quite important because knowing what you do is the basis of proper assets management. And finally, I would say that this integration will drive good habits to people for, well, holding your asset or spending your assets. It's important to think that when you are spending a lot of assets, you want to keep them on an external device, well, just because it's more secure. When you are transacting with smaller assets, you want to have them on your phone because, well, it's just less risky. I mean, you do the same thing with your wallet when you are walking in the street. And with this SDK, you have the possibility to do that completely transparently. So I think this adoption is great for the ecosystem, and I can't wait to see what kind of great applications people will build using this SDK. So, and now, well, we have a booth as well in the partner area. So if you want to ask more questions, don't hesitate to come. And I will head it back to Youna for a Q&A session.